Good morning and welcome to the Friday Roundup for the middle of August. Now, from Monday's Morning Nudge, I've had huge feedback, quite a number of phone calls that said, John, really liked what you had in the Monday Morning Nudge about recalibrating where we are in the midterms, as in the mid part of the year, so that we can take the learnings that we've had over the first 2 quarters, really pour them so that we can into the back 2 quarters, so that we can really leverage what we've learned and what we're hoping to do and achieve in the coming months ahead. But how the hell do we do that? How do you calibrate it? What's the technique that you use to kind of review what you've done and plan where you're going from? So I thought, do you know what? For the Friday Roundup, I'm going to share with you a little document that I use. It's a template, so let's give it a whirl and see if there's some value that I can give to you in helping you to really calibrate and get ready for Q3 going into Q4, which of course is selling season. Now, this is my calibration playbook, and it starts with the biggest question of all, which is, have I got a business that works for me? As in, works for me on every level. Now, chances are it probably doesn't work for you on every level, does it? It probably has some things that you kind of need to adjust in it. Okay, so let's take a little dive or take a dive a little bit deeper and say, okay, so what have I got to do to make this thing work for me? Well, if over the last 6 months and coming into the summer and the beautiful weather that we've had, some will say it's been too hot, but that's another thing, we're English. So maybe the thing that you really haven't had much of is time. Maybe your business has consumed every waking thought. And I know for a lot of SMEs businesses, especially coming out of the pandemic, it's been a time where you literally eat, drink, think the business 24/7, 365. And the reason that it's often taking so much of your waking mental processing is because we need more revenues, specifically financial revenues that come from not just sales, but that create the money, but are derived from sales. So perhaps ultimately the thing that you really need to do is to get a solid sales strategy. Now, here's the dyslexia kicking in. Strategy. See, I'm putting my hands up to that. Got no ego on this one. For a lot of businesses, they haven't got much time because they're not creating the revenues that creates the money. And what they really need is a sales strategy. But for some strange reason, most businesses don't put their energy here. They put their energy into saving costs and reducing overheads, which is something we all should do anyway. So let's examine, how do we get that sales strategy put together? Okay, so the next obvious question is, what is my business specifically known for? Not generally known, what's it specifically known for? So let's just pull something out of a particular business. Let's say it's an IT business. Now, an IT business generally has 3 revenue streams that it asks, which is like most businesses. Most businesses have 3 revenue streams. Now, the particular business that I've got in mind is one that supplies an underpin service within a specific niche industry. I won't mention what that is, but the thing that they're particularly known for is infrastructure, by which I mean they put in all of the cabling to get the servers and everything else linked up to all the computers around the room. So what they're particularly known for is infrastructure, making offices connected. Okay, we'll come back to that because this is quite a pertinent part that's just popping out of my head as we're talking. Okay, so for this business, and you'll work this out for your business, what is their signature product offering? Well, it's cabling and server rooms. Okay, that's the signature. Everything else comes off the back of that particular service. And in your business, I'm sure that your signature service is what brings in the lion's share of your sales revenues. So then we move to the next question. Why do we think that people want our signature offering? And that's really important because it's the why. Why do we think they want it? Well, in this particular case, if the internet goes down or the PC goes off, the business stops. Yeah. So if the business goes off and the business stops, that's why they want us. So guess what? As we move forward, that's going to turn into our key marketing message, which is this fella over here. But we're going to take another little diversion. So what must we do in our business based off of what we've learned from the last 6 months to make us more financially robust? What have we got to do? Well, we're back to the same question: increase sales, which is the same as getting more customers. Yeah, I shouldn't be writing and doing this. Okay, so you get the picture. What we've got to do is these two things. And to be quite honest with you, it's always the same. Doesn't matter what the business is, doesn't matter what the size of the business, doesn't matter how old the business is. Every business's lifeblood is more customers. Adding, I better put a caveat in that. Obviously, we need to build off of our databases. So if you've got a business that's been running for 20 years and you've got 2,000 customers on your database, ex-customers, people that have bought once from you, I'm going to put all of my energy into that specific area. So then the next thing we need to work out is what the 40 seconds is that when someone says to you, so tell me, what is it that you do? The answer to the what do you do question needs to be really robust. So in this particular cases, we want to answer what we do. We are not an IT company. The answer to the what do you do question is we keep the PCs working when they're needed most. That's what they do, is they keep the system working when it's needed. Because for most businesses, you, me, everybody, if our PC packs up or the internet goes down, guess what? Our world stops. We stop. I'm sure you've had this before. So then the next part of it says, well, okay, if we need more sales, we've worked out what our core narrative is that we really want to fine tune. And this is a fine tuning exercise. We want to make sure that our narrative, our voice, the branded voice of the company is really on point. The next thing we need to work out is how much do we want in sales for Q3 off of our primary, maybe our secondary, maybe our our third item might be, I don't know, 20 grand. Okay. And then you get the picture, you do the same for Q4, because where focus goes, energy flows. If we're not focused 100% on achieving this, we're not going to get to it. Most people that I talk to in business, the reason that they are not achieving their true potential and earning a ton of money is that they're not unbelievably fixed on trying to achieve that target. So at the end of the day, the more monies we earn, the bigger the team we can build. The bigger the team we've got, or the better team that we have, the less we as the business owner has to do. So our work-life balance improves, our lifestyle improves. And that it's not just about, I want to earn 100 grand in this quarter, or I want to generate 100 grand in the quarter. It's what the 100 grand does. The 100 grand floats the company. It puts cash in the bank. It allows us to hire new people, buy new products that help us to develop our company so that it works without us, the business owner. Now, a big part of calibrating is working out who our 3 biggest clients are, what they do stunningly well, what most people do is say, oh yeah, my competitor is so-and-so, they're not very good at X and they're not very good at Y. That's the one that they concentrate on, when really this is the one that they really should be prioritizing. Is what do they do stunningly well, so that you can plagiarize that into your model. Now, we go on with the rest of the questions as part of the calibration, but I don't want to make this video, you know, too long. I just wanted to give you the bones of somewhere to start in how you recalibrate the business. If you've got the taste for that and you want to find out a little bit more and dive deeper into that, by all means, drop me a line, pick up the phone if you've got my number. If not, send me an email, link via social media, and let's have a conversation. We'll see what we can do. If I can't help you, I've certainly got a team that we can pull together. We've got some fantastic people that really know their onions when it comes to, you know, re-engineering a company, turning it around, growing it, scaling it, selling it. So that's it from me on a Friday afternoon. I know that was a bit of a longer glass of water, but I just wanted to give you something to work with based off of the feedback that we got from Monday. So with that, have a great weekend.